A woman stood up from her booth in a small roadside diner and quietly pushed her untouched plate away. "I can't afford this meal," she told the waitress, barely above a whisper. She picked up her purse and headed for the door, hoping nobody had heard her, but someone had. If you believe in kindness and second chances, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. The diner sat just off highway, 18 inches of town most people pass through without noticing. It was one of those places with faded red booths, a coffee machine that never seemed to stop brewing, and regular customers who knew exactly which table they wanted before they even walked in. On that Tuesday afternoon, the lunch crowd was thin. Rain clouds had rolled in earlier, leaving the sidewalks damp and the air cool. The woman walking toward the exit was named Maren Holt. At 28, Maren had become an expert at pretending things were fine. She smiled when neighbors asked how she was doing. She laughed during phone calls with her younger sister. She even told her landlord she was working things out when he reminded her about the rent. The truth was that things were not fine. 3 months earlier, the small printing company where she worked had shut down without much warning. She'd picked up temporary shifts wherever she could, stocking shelves overnight, organizing inventory at a warehouse, cleaning offices on weekends. It was never enough. That morning had been particularly difficult. Her car needed repairs she couldn't afford. Her electric bill was overdue, and after checking her bank account before entering the diner, she knew she had less than $6 left until Friday. Still, she came inside, not because she wanted a big meal, because she was exhausted. She had spent the entire morning walking between job interviews. The rain had soaked her shoes. Her phone battery was nearly dead. She just wanted to sit somewhere warm for 30 minutes. The waitress, a cheerful woman named Rhonda, handed her a menu and refilled her water twice. Maren ordered a simple sandwich and coffee. Only later did she realize she had miscalculated. After tax, the meal cost more than she had available. When Rhonda brought the check, Maren stared at the numbers, longer than she cared to admit. She checked her banking app 3 times. Nothing changed. The balance was still there, or rather, barely there. Embarrassment settled heavily in her chest. She hated moments like this, not because of the money itself, but because of what it made her feel. Small, tired, like she was failing at something everyone else seemed able to manage. So she stood up and quietly told Rhonda she couldn't pay. Across the room, a customer named Corbin Reyes happened to overhear. Corbin came into the diner almost every Tuesday after delivering supplies for a local hardware company. He was 34, practical, a little awkward, and known for carrying a notebook where he wrote down ideas he'd never actually start. He wasn't wealthy. His truck had nearly 200,000 miles on it. His apartment kitchen faucet leaked constantly, and he spent most evenings helping his father with medical appointments. But he understood what financial stress felt like. Years earlier, after his parents' business failed, he'd watched them count coins to buy groceries. Some memories never really left. As Maren reached the door, Corbin stood up. "Excuse me," he called. She stopped. For a second, she looked worried, as if she expected criticism. Instead, Corbin walked over holding his wallet. "I already paid the bill." Maren immediately shook her head. "No, you didn't have to do that. I know," he said. "I wanted to." An awkward silence followed. People imagine kindness as some dramatic movie scene. Most of the time it isn't. Most of the time it is two strangers standing near a diner door, both feeling slightly uncomfortable. Maren looked down at the floor. "I'll pay you back." Corbin smiled. "You don't need to." Then he paused. "Just promise me you'll eat something before your next interview." For the first time all day, Maren laughed. A small laugh, but a real one. They talked for only a few minutes. Long enough for Corbin to learn she was searching for work. Long enough for Maren to learn that the hardware company where he worked happened to need someone in administrative support. Nothing miraculous happened. There was no instant job offer. No dramatic announcement. Corbin simply wrote down the hiring manager's name on a napkin. A week later, Maren submitted an application. 3 weeks after that, she got hired. The position wasn't perfect, but it was stable. The steady paycheck helped her catch up on bills little by little. Months later, She still remembered that afternoon whenever she passed the diner, not because someone paid for her lunch, but because, in a moment when she felt invisible, someone treated her with dignity. Common kindness still exists if you believe even one good act can change someone's life. And if this story touched your heart, please leave a like and share it with someone who still believes kindness matters. The lesson isn't that one kind gesture solves every problem. Most problems take time. But sometimes a simple act, a meal, a conversation, a few encouraging words can help someone keep going long enough to find their footing again. And often, that is more valuable than we realize.